I'm going to tell you about the 6 weeks that almost destroyed my marriage. 6 weeks where I questioned my own sanity, doubted my instincts, and learned that sometimes the person you trust most can be the one who hurts you deepest. My name is Morgan Hayes. I'm 29 years old, I'm a graphic designer, and I've been with my wife Riley for 4 years. We got married a year ago. Small ceremony, close friends and family, everything perfect. We have a little house with a garden, 2 cats, a life we built together. I thought I knew everything about her. I was wrong. It started 3 months ago. Riley came home from her shift at the hospital looking stressed. She's a nurse, works nights mostly, long 12-hour shifts that leave her exhausted. I was used to her coming home drained, but this was different. She looked troubled. "What's wrong?" I asked. She sat down heavily on the couch. "Kota's going through a bad breakup. Her girlfriend kicked her out. She needs a place to stay for a couple weeks while she finds a new apartment. Kota, Dakota Sullivan, Riley's best friend from college. I'd met her a handful of times at group gatherings. She was charming, funny, always the center of attention. Riley talked about her sometimes, old college stories, inside jokes I never quite understood." "That's rough," I said. "Where's she staying now?" "With her sister, but it's not working out. The sister has 3 kids and no space." Riley paused. "I told her she could stay with us, just for a little while. 2 weeks, maybe 3, until she gets back on her feet." I didn't love the idea of a house guest, but I also wasn't going to say no. Riley rarely asked for anything. If her friend needed help, we'd help. "Okay," I said. "Sure. When's she coming?" "Tomorrow." Kota arrived the next evening with 2 suitcases and a backpack. She hugged Riley for a long time, then turned to me with a bright smile. "Morgan, thank you so much for letting me crash here. I promise I'll be the best house guest ever. You won't even know I'm here." "It's no problem," I said. "We're happy to help." We set her up in the guest room. She unpacked while Riley and I made dinner. Everything felt normal. Fine. That night, the 3 of us ate together. Kota told us about the breakup. Her ex had apparently been cheating. It was messy, dramatic. She laughed about it now, but I could see the hurt underneath. "I'm just done with dating for a while," Kota said. "Every relationship I have ends badly. Maybe I'm cursed." "You're not cursed," Riley said gently. "You just haven't found the right person yet." Kota smiled at her. A soft, familiar smile that made something in my chest tighten slightly. "Remember when we thought we were each other's right person?" Kota said. "God, we were so young." I looked up from my plate. "What?" Kota glanced at Riley, then at me. "Oh, did Riley not tell you? We dated in college. For like 2 years. The room went very quiet. I looked at Riley. She was staring at her food, jaw tight. "You dated?" I said carefully. "It was a long time ago," Riley said quickly. "Like 8 years ago. It didn't work out. We stayed friends." Kota laughed. "Best decision we ever made, honestly. Breaking up but staying friends. Not everyone can do that." "No," I said slowly. "Not everyone can." I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. Not because Riley had an ex. I had exes. Everyone has exes. But because she'd never mentioned it. Never once, in 4 years of being together, had she said that her best friend from college was also her ex-girlfriend. After dinner, after Kota went to her room, I confronted Riley in our bedroom. "Why didn't you tell me you used to date her?" Riley sighed. "Because it was so long ago. It doesn't matter now. It matters that you didn't tell me. Your ex-girlfriend is living in our house, and I just found out she's your ex." "Morgan, we broke up 8 years ago. We've been friends for longer than we were together. It's not a secret. It just never came up." "It never came up? We've been together for 4 years. You talk about Kota all the time. You never thought to mention you used to date her?" "I didn't want to make it weird. I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable about me being friends with her." "Well, now I do feel uncomfortable. Because you hid it from me. I didn't hide it. I just didn't bring it up because it's not relevant. She's sleeping in our guest room. That makes it relevant." Riley's expression hardened. "Are you saying I can't have her here?" I'm saying I wish you'd been honest with me. I am being honest. Kota is my friend. That's all she is. What happened between us was almost a decade ago. I married you. I love you. I don't understand why you're making this a big deal. I stared at my wife. She genuinely didn't see the problem, didn't understand why I was upset, and that scared me more than the lie itself. I dropped it, but I didn't forget. The first week was fine, surface level. Kota was pleasant, helpful even. She did dishes, cleaned up after herself, stayed out of the way. But I noticed things, small things, the way she and Riley had inside jokes I didn't understand, the casual physical affection. Kota would put her feet in Riley's lap while they watched TV. Riley would absently rub her feet while talking to me about her day, like it was the most natural thing in the world. One night, I tried to do the same, put my feet in Riley's lap. She moved them off gently. I need my personal space right now, she said. Long day. But Kota's feet had been there an hour earlier. I said nothing. They shared clothes. I'd see Kota wearing Riley's sweatshirt, Riley wearing Kota's scarf. When I borrowed Riley's shirt without asking once, she got annoyed, said I should ask first. But Kota apparently didn't need to ask. They had a language between them, a shared history. College stories I'd heard bits and pieces of, but now took on new context. That time they road tripped to the beach, that music festival they went to, the apartment they'd shared with 2 other friends. Except now I knew they'd been dating during all of it, living together as girlfriends, not just friends. I felt like I was watching my wife with someone who knew her in ways I never would, who'd had her first. 2 weeks passed. Kota made no moves to find an apartment. How's the apartment search going? I asked casually one evening. Kota looked up from her phone. Slow. Everything's so expensive. I'm trying to save up a bit more before I commit to something. Riley immediately jumped in. There's no rush. You can stay as long as you need. I felt my jaw tighten. Riley hadn't asked me if it was okay for Kota to stay longer. Just decided. That night, I tried again. Babe, how much longer is Kota staying? I don't know. Until she finds a place. Why? It's just been 2 weeks. I thought this was temporary. It is temporary. She's actively looking. Is she, though? Has she gone to any apartment viewings? Riley's expression shifted. Defensive. She just got out of a terrible relationship. She needs time to recover. I'm not going to kick her out when she's vulnerable. I'm not asking you to kick her out. I'm asking when she's planning to leave. When she's ready. That wasn't an answer. But it was the only one I was going to get. Week 3. Riley had a series of night shifts, 12 hours, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., which meant I was home alone with Kota. The first night, Kota made dinner, said she wanted to thank us for letting her stay. She opened a bottle of wine, poured us both generous glasses. So, she said, settling onto the couch next to me, tell me about you and Riley. How did you meet? I told her. Online dating. Coffee shop, first date, instant connection. All the normal relationship origin story beats. Kota listened, smiling. That's so sweet. Riley deserves someone who makes her happy. She makes me happy too. I can tell. She talks about you all the time. Well, when we have time to catch up, which we haven't really the past few years, you know how it is. Life gets busy. She took a sip of wine. Can I ask you something personal? I guess. What's your sex life like? I nearly choked on my wine. Excuse me? Sorry, is that too forward? I just mean, Riley always had a really high sex drive when we were together. I'm curious if that's still the case or if it was just with me. I don't think that's appropriate to discuss. You're right. Sorry, I'm just comfortable talking about this stuff. Riley and I used to talk about everything, but I get that you two have different boundaries. She said it innocently, but it felt like a cut, an implication that my relationship with Riley was somehow less intimate, less open than what they'd had. I made an excuse and went to bed early. The next morning, I told Riley about the conversation. She asked about our sex life. That's weird, right? Riley frowned. That is a little weird, but Kota's always been really open about that stuff. She probably didn't mean anything by it. It made me uncomfortable. I'll talk to her. Did she? I don't know. Because Kota never apologized. Never acknowledged it. Just continued being friendly and slightly invasive in ways I couldn't quite articulate. Week 4. I started noticing Riley being different. Distant. She'd come home from her shifts, and instead of coming to bed with me, she'd stay up talking to Kota in the living room. I'd hear them laughing, hear the low murmur of intimate conversation. I'd come out and the conversation would stop. They'd look at me like I was interrupting. One night I asked Riley about it. You two seem close again. We've always been close. It's nice to have her here, honestly. I missed having her around. What about having me around? I wanted to ask. But didn't. Week 5. I started feeling crazy. Like I was seeing things that weren't there. Reading into innocent interactions. Being paranoid and jealous and everything I'd never been before. But then small things happened that made me think I wasn't crazy. I came home early from a meeting. Walked into the living room. Riley and Kota were on the couch. Kota was lying with her head in Riley's lap. Riley was playing with her hair. They were watching a movie. Our movie. The one Riley and I watched on our first date. They both looked startled when I walked in. Hey, Riley said, sitting up slightly. Kota didn't move. You're home early. Meeting ended fast. Cool. We're just watching a movie. I see that. I went to our bedroom, sat on the bed, tried to calm the panic in my chest. There was an explanation. They were friends. Friends did that. I was overreacting, except I wasn't, because when I tried to cuddle with Riley later that night, she said she was touched out from her shift, needed space. But Kota had been touching her all day, week 5, day 4, Riley's night shift. I was in bed trying to sleep. I heard my phone buzz. Text from Riley. Can you check on Kota? She seemed sad earlier. Just make sure she's okay. It was 1 a.m. Riley was worried about Kota, texting me to take care of her ex-girlfriend. I didn't respond. The next morning, Riley asked if I'd checked on her. She was fine, I lied. Good. She's been really depressed about the breakup. I worry about her. What about worrying about me? About us? What do you mean? Riley looked genuinely confused. Never mind. Week 6. I hit my breaking point, but not in the way I expected. I wasn't snooping. I need to make that clear. Kota had left her laptop open on the kitchen counter. I was walking by to get coffee. The screen was on. I saw my name. I stopped. It was a text conversation between Kota and someone named Alex. I shouldn't have read it. I know I shouldn't have, but I did. Alex. How's Operation Win Back Riley going? Kota. Slow but steady. She's definitely remembering what we had. Morgan is so insecure, LOL, makes me look better by comparison. Alex. You think she'll actually leave her wife for you? Kota. I don't know. But I'm not giving up. We were soulmates. Still are. She just got scared and married the safe option. I just need a few more weeks to remind her what real love feels like. I read it 3 times. My hands were shaking. The coffee mug I was holding nearly slipped. This wasn't paranoia. This wasn't me being jealous. This was real. Kota had moved in with us with the explicit intention of breaking up my marriage, and Riley had been letting it happen. I took a photo of the screen with my phone. Evidence. Then I closed the laptop and went back to our bedroom. I waited for Riley to get home from her shift. When she did, around 8 a.m., exhausted and ready for bed, I stopped her in the hallway. We need to talk. Now. Can it wait? I'm exhausted. No. It can't. Something in my voice made her stop. Look at me. Really look at me for the first time in weeks. What's wrong? I showed her the photo. She read it. Her face went pale. Where did you get this? Kota left her laptop open. I wasn't snooping. But I saw it, and now you need to see it too. Riley read it again. Her hand started shaking. This can't be real. Kota wouldn't do this. She did. She's been planning this the whole time. She moved in here to break us up, and you've been helping her. I haven't been helping her. I've been being a good friend. You've been choosing her over me every single day. You've been physically intimate with her. You've been emotionally intimate with her. You've been shutting me out and letting her in, while she's been actively trying to destroy our marriage." Riley's eyes filled with tears. "I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. But you should have known that what you were doing was hurting me. You should have cared that I was uncomfortable. You should have chosen your wife over your ex-girlfriend." Riley started crying, full body sobs. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to hurt her. She was in so much pain after her breakup. I felt guilty. Guilty about what? About how we ended. About breaking her heart 8 years ago. I thought if I just helped her now, if I was there for her, it would make up for it. You don't owe her anything. You owe me honesty, loyalty. You owe me your marriage." "I know. You're right. I messed up. I messed up so badly." Riley was breaking down, but I felt cold, numb. "She needs to leave," I said. "Today. Right now. Or I leave." Riley looked at me with devastated eyes. "Okay, I'll tell her." Kota was in the guest room. Riley knocked. I stood behind her, united front. Except it didn't feel united. It felt like I was forcing Riley's hand. Kota opened the door, smiling, until she saw our faces. "What's going on?" Riley's voice was shaking. "You need to leave." "What?" Riley held up her phone, showing the screenshot I'd sent her. "I saw your text with Alex. I know what you've been trying to do." Kota's face changed. The friendly mask slipped. For just a second, I saw something cold underneath. "Riley, that's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like. You moved in here to break up my marriage. I moved in here because I needed help. Because you offered. And yeah, maybe I hoped we'd reconnect. Is that such a crime? We were good together. We were in love. Real love, not whatever safe suburban life you've built here." Riley flinched. "Don't talk about my marriage like that." "Why not?" "It's true. You settled. You married someone safe and boring because you were scared of how intense things were with us. But I know you remember. I see it in your eyes when you look at me. You remember what we had. I felt sick. Was she right? Did Riley look at her that way?" But Riley's voice when she spoke was firm. "What we had was 8 years ago. We were kids. We grew up. We grew apart. I love Morgan. I married Morgan. And you need to leave. Now." Kota's expression hardened. "You're making a mistake." "No. I made a mistake letting you stay here. I made a mistake prioritizing your feelings over my wife's. But I'm done making mistakes. Pack your things. Be gone by noon." Kota looked at me. Her eyes were full of contempt. "This is your fault. You couldn't handle me being here because you're insecure. You poisoned her against me. I didn't have to. You did that yourself." Kota packed in silence. It took 20 minutes. Riley and I stayed in the living room, not speaking. When Kota emerged with her suitcases, she stopped in front of Riley. "When this fails, when you realize you made the wrong choice, don't call me. I won't be waiting anymore." Then she left. The door closed. The house was silent. Riley looked at me. Her face was wet with tears. "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't see what she was doing. I didn't see that I was hurting you. I was so focused on not wanting conflict, on being nice, on being there for her, that I neglected the person who actually matters. You matter. You're my wife. And I almost lost you because I was too stupid and too scared to set boundaries with someone I should have cut off years ago." I sat down, felt the weight of 6 weeks crash over me. "You made me feel crazy," I said quietly. "Every time I brought up feeling uncomfortable, you dismissed it. You made me feel like I was overreacting, being jealous, being insecure. And the whole time, my instincts were right. She was trying to break us up, and you were letting her. I know. God, Morgan, I know. I messed up. I prioritized the wrong person. I was conflict avoidant, and that turned into being a bad partner, a bad wife. I don't know how to trust you again." Riley sobbed. "I understand. I don't know how to fix this, but I want to. I'll do anything. Therapy. Whatever you need. Please don't leave me. Please." I looked at my wife. The woman I'd built a life with. who I'd trusted completely until 6 weeks ago, who'd let her ex-girlfriend nearly destroy everything we had. "I'm not leaving," I said finally. "But things have to change. We need therapy. Real therapy. And you need to understand that rebuilding my trust is going to take time. A long time. I'll do it, whatever it takes." She moved toward me. I didn't pull away. We held each other while she cried, but I felt distant, like I was watching from outside my body. The next few weeks were strange. The house felt empty without Kota, but it also felt safer, quieter, ours again. Riley found us a couples therapist. We went twice a week. It was hard, painful. Riley had to confront her conflict avoidance, her tendency to people please, her inability to set boundaries. I had to confront my own communication failures, the ways I'd stayed silent when I should have spoken up louder. But slowly, things started to improve. Riley stopped working night shifts for a while, switched to days so we could have evenings together. She deleted Kota's number, blocked her on social media, made it clear that friendship was over permanently. One night, about a month after Kota left, we were lying in bed. Riley turned to me. "Do you think you'll ever trust me again? Completely?" I was quiet for a long time. "I don't know. I want to. But every time you're on your phone, every time you're vague about plans, every time you mention an old friend, there's a part of me that wonders, that remembers." Riley's eyes filled with tears. "I hate that I did this to you. To us. I hate it too, but I'm still here. I'm choosing to stay and work on this. That has to count for something. It counts for everything." She kissed me, soft and tentative, like she was afraid I'd pull away. I didn't. I kissed her back. It felt familiar and foreign all at once. "We're going to be okay," she whispered. I wanted to believe her. Most days I did, but there were still nights when I lay awake, wondering if we'd ever get back to what we had before. Before Kota. Before the lies. Before I learned that sometimes the person you love most can hurt you in ways you never imagined. But we were trying. That's what mattered. We were both trying. 3 months after Kota left, Riley came home with flowers. For no reason. Just because. "What are these for?" I asked. "For you. For staying. For giving me another chance when I didn't deserve it." I took the flowers. They were my favorite. Peonies. Riley remembered. "Thank you. I love you, Morgan. I know I have to prove that every day now. But I will. For the rest of our lives, I'll prove it." I believed her. Or at least I wanted to. And maybe that was enough. Maybe trust wasn't something you had or didn't have. Maybe it was something you rebuilt, brick by brick, day by day, until one morning you woke up and realized the foundation was solid again. We weren't there yet. But we were trying to get there. And for now, that was enough.